A credible data source provided us all with a bit of insight into what exactly happened during the last week with the seasonal attack pea, and so it seems appropriate to make a quick update video. In their post, it became clear the drop rate for the seasonal attack pea had changed, several times in fact, over the course of 24 hours on December 1st to December 2nd. On release, the pea allegedly had a drop rate of 1%, so 1 in 100 active Neopians would be getting it on day 1. This changed sometime later in the day though to 0% due to an odd coding choice made that resulted in it being impossible to reward the seasonal attack pea. Eventually, sometime after that, the odds changed to 0.01%, so 1 in 10,000 active Neopians would get it. And then several hours after that, the odds landed to 0.1%, or 1 in 1,000 Neopians. The odds have stopped changing as of this video. The information here seemed to be accurate to how the events transpired. On the day of the event, we were shocked to see the flood of social media posts that celebrated people getting their seasonal attack pea. The instant supply of peas in the auction and trading post quickly dropped the price of the pea to 40 to 50 mil in auction. Later in the day and evening, the pea had rose to 100 mil as the rich bought up all the supply of peas in the market. Since no new peas were entering the market and the rich were aggressively buying it up, this was bound to happen. By December 3rd, the pea was up to 120 mil in auction, and the climb was not slowing. The scandal still remains though, as it's unclear what TNT's intention was with a 1% drop rate. But clearly they were influenced to dip the drop rate significantly shortly after the event started. Perhaps it was by influence of the well-connected ambassador. And the passage of this information led to aggressive bidding wars among the rich, which raised the price to around 100 mil in auction. Perhaps they saw the immediate price action and felt the need to pull it back. But if that was the case, we could see another rate increase in the future to balance out the intense run-up in price we see today. Yes, the pea today is now worth 200 mil, a 400 to 500% increase from December 1, and a far out of reach goal for the average Neopian. The pea is now strictly back in the hands of only the rich now, and the folks that got lucky enough to see it awarded to them. So what is the chance of you getting a pea? First of all, if TNT never changed the odds and left it at 1%, the chance of you getting at least one pea throughout the 31 days of the event is 26.8%. This is what's called a binomial distribution, where N is 31 days and P is 1%. So the expected number of Ps is NP, or 0.31. If we assume there's around 82,000 active players, which was the latest available count at the Fairy Festival, there would be 25,420 new seasonal attack peas in the market. You can see the peas were headed for a very low price as a result, compared to the Elucin staff, which dropped to 50 mil and is now around 8 to 9 mil. There were around 13 to 14,000 awarded with the Fairy Festival. Assuming TNT keeps the rate at the now 0.1%, we are expected to see only around 3,200 new peas by the end of the event instead. So the dip in price is going to be nowhere near as what we saw with the Elucin staff. If we assume TNT had always left the odds at 0.1%, the chance of getting at least one pea drops to 3.1%, almost a 9 times drop from the change. Assuming today, on December 6th, you haven't received a pea yet, you only have 24 days left to get the seasonal attack pea at 0.1% chance, which leaves you at 2.4% of getting one by the end of the event if this event ends up going for 24 more days. But this goes back to my initial thought on this. What is TNT aiming to accomplish by putting the pea in the pool? If it's to ensure the pea remains accessible to the public, then this change to 0.1% chance is not going to accomplish that. The price has already spiked up with the change and continued to move north. Are they trying to set new Battledome standards? Maybe 28 icons is going to look mediocre in a year, or even by the end of the upcoming plot, so they are fine with more people getting the pea. Perhaps we won't even have the rest of December to get a shot at the seasonal attack pea. Regardless, this has been a chaotic advent calendar, and TNT is clearly embracing the chaos. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more seasonal attack peas in your inventory.